Hi, thanks for coming to my channel. This is Midnight Moon Tarot and I'm Diana. This reading is for the astrological sign of Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, or anywhere in your birth chart that Libra might appear. Also, if you're new to my channel, I'd like to take just a second and invite you to subscribe and click that little bell so that you're sure to be notified whenever I upload new content. Also, in the description box below, you'll find links to my social media, my Patreon, my PayPal, and links to some really cool things on Amazon I think you guys will like. Okay, so this reading is for July 11 through the 18, 2020. Keeping in mind that all tarot readings are timeless, so whether you come across this reading like right after I upload, a week, month, or even a year from now, if you feel drawn to watch it, most likely you'll find a message for you within the reading. Also, if you feel like it doesn't completely resonate with you, just keep the parts that do, disregard the rest. Feel free to swap the roles around, and if you know your other planetary placements, like I mentioned at the beginning of this intro, then be sure to listen to your other signs as well for additional messages. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump right in and calibrate these cards to the astrological sign of Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter, and ask our angels, guides, and ancestors for any love messages for Libra for July 11 through 18. I just had one jump out. Let's see what this is. Oh, it's the King of Cups. I'm just going to put him right there. I don't usually do jumpers, but that was weird. I mean, it just popped right out. Spirit, what love messages do you have for Libra, July 11 through 18, 2020? Spirit, what love messages do you have for Libra, July 11 through 18, 2020? And then we're going to do this one more time. All right. Now I'm going to divide into 3 stacks. All right. The card on the bottom of the deck you'll see at the same time. I do. It is the 4 of Pentacles. Okay. Now the 4 of Pentacles is talking about just really hanging on to something, whether it's a relationship, an idea, a job, whatever. But it's you're really holding on tightly to something that may or may not serve you anymore. Let me turn this off. Okay. All right. Sorry. All right, now for those of you who are new here, I do 4 rows. The first row has to do with you, what you might have been recently dealing with, what you're currently dealing with, and what's coming towards you, whether it's a person, opportunity, things like that. All right, now the second column is the same thing, only it's for twin flame, soulmate, karmic partner, divine counterpart. Sorry, guys, I'm growing my bangs out and they're too short to push over and too long to hang straight down. All right. The third column is for obstacles, challenges, fears, anxieties, blockages, things like that that we're facing that are keeping us from achieving what it is we need to do. And that last column is outcome. Now I've just laid out 2 cards in each of the 4 rows, and I'm going to do this 2 more times for a grand total of 24 cards. That way, by the time we get to the end of the reading, we have a pretty good idea about what's going on. All right. Okay, so we have the Chariot as well as the 4 of Cups. And the 4 of Cups is another 4, okay? It's about, you know, you're kind of bored with the things that are going on, what you're dealing with. It's the same old kind of thing. You can clearly see, oh gosh, I'm so sorry about that glare. Okay. I'm in an attic, okay? That's where I record these videos, and I just, I'm having the hardest time finding a place to do them. I'm not really sure I like this particular place. There's a great window that's right over here. So basically it's a dormer, and it's just beautiful, and it brings in a lot of light to the room. But when I have that behind me, it just makes too much glare. When I face it, it messes with the lighting. When I have over here with the curtain and the air conditioner. It picks up too much noise from the air conditioner. Okay, so I'm gonna get this fixed soon. So you guys just hang in there with me. I'm gonna get this place fixed properly. All right, so that chariot talks about, really wanting to move forward, but you can see that these little sphinxes are sitting down. They're sedentary. They're not moving. And the chariot driver is anxious to get things moving along. So you may be in a place where you have plans for the future. You're wanting things to hurry up and move on. We all are right now during this pandemic. All of us are kind of been put on hold against our will, so to speak, and just bored with the whole thing. Everything is boring you. And if you're home, whether you're single or whether you're in a relationship, you're going to feel that. And being around your partner more is probably going to drive you a little more crazy too. And it's just not as fun as you thought it would be, or it would, or as it was when you were first stuck together during these quarantines. All right, now the second column for your partner, we have the World as well as the Five of Wands. And the Five of Wands, of course, it's about that fussing and bickering and picking and getting on each other's nerves. Not very serious fights. It's not the Five of Swords by any means. But this Five of Wands definitely shows that same feeling of being bored and just all the little things that would normally be adoring and charming to us are getting on our nerves. I'm a Libra. I know what you're feeling. Okay, so yeah, the World card is there, and your partner is the same way. It's kind of feeling that antsy feeling that you are. They are wanting things to move forward. They are wanting to get out there and conquer that world. They're wanting to, have and make and provide all these things, and things just start moving. I don't see any hanged man, so this is good. And we have the Seven of Cups as well as the Seven of Pentacles. Oh, sorry about this hair. All right. Yeah, so all these things that you've been working on and nurturing and trying to get there, they may be, these are your anxieties and worries and things. You may feel as if you're spreading your energy out too much, as if you are putting all your energy into too many places, dividing it up, so to speak, not really necessarily focusing on one particular thing. So divided, so distracted by different things that are going on in your life right now, and it's hard to focus on the main thing that is important, which the relationship, or trying to make it grow and maintain it. And this is about maintenance. It's like when you have that little garden and you're going out there every day to check on it, you take away the little weeds that are coming up, and you just protect it and nurture it and give it what it needs. And that's what you're trying to do. But when you are spreading your energy in too many places, everybody's getting neglected. So this would also mean that you need to maybe focus more on yourself, so that you are able to take care of somebody else. It's like when you're on the plane and that little oxygen mask falls down and they tell you to put it on yourself first before you help someone else. It's like that. In order to help somebody else, you can't help them if you are not in a good place. So yeah, you're thinking about the same thing we all think about: is there better out there? Is there more out there? Should I walk away? Should I continue to focus on this one particular thing? Do I put all my eggs in one basket? These are decisions only you can make. Now, when you are thinking about walking away from a situation, you have to remember that whatever it is you may be looking at, whatever future it is that you're thinking of that could be without the person that you're leaving behind, everything is attractive until you get to know it. It's like you don't really know somebody until you live with them for a while. And then they drive you crazy. because, you know, when you're not living together and you're courting or dating, everybody's on their best behavior. They're, you know, everything's always taken care of, and you don't have to worry. But you're only seeing them at their best. So before you decide to walk away, consider that, okay? Because whatever you're looking, all those little things that drive you crazy, the new person has that too, okay? And if you're single, same thing. You know, don't automatically assume that this person's going to be just perfectly perfect, okay? All right, so you have the Page of Cups, and then here comes that Five of Swords. I was driven. Your partner has the Ace of Swords and the Four of Wands. The Six of Pentacles and the Hermit are in your obstacles and challenges and your outcome. You have that Queen of Wands and the Nine of Cups. All right, I'm not crazy about that Queen of Wands down there. This Five of Swords, we were talking about those little petty arguments and stuff earlier. This is when they can become ugly. This is when, like, the verbal attacks come. This is when the name calling starts. If you find yourself in an argument and the other person is, or yourself, wanting to, wanting to call each other names because you really don't have a good argument, and it's really not anything that's worth arguing about, consider reaching out and being more kind and giving that loving attention that maybe the person needs. Now, if it's you on the other end and the other person is picking on you as well, same thing goes. Just kill them with kindness. That's it. That's all you can do. Don't join in the conversation. Always walk away from that. Now, if it's like abusive, of course, you don't have to stay. Nobody's telling you to stay. Never, ever a good idea to stay if it becomes abusive. But otherwise, if it's just verbal and it's just frustration, walk away, give the other person space, and you know, offer that comfort and offer that loving compassion. Now, your partner, yeah, they're feeling like, okay, well, maybe let's do they're viewing you as their soulmate. They really do. They feel like with you they have won the lottery, and why not? Okay, Libras are amazing. So with you, they really can see their future. They do feel like when you are with them. Now, if you're stuck at home, have a date night at home. You know, string the lights on the back patio and cook out, have a glass of wine, whatever. You know, dance. You know, have a nice, loving, romantic evening at home, and you'd be surprised how much of that those good feelings get remembered. Okay. So when you are in your obstacles and challenges, you're kind of, you know, you might need to actually have some of that alone time. You can be alone together, just go in a different room, or like me, I love the attic. I just come up here, get away from it. Okay, so yeah, spend that time alone and figure out what it is you want. And it's never a good idea to feel like you're the person that's doing all the giving and giving and giving. Sometimes your partner needs that space as well. And, you know, this can lead you to, you know, feeling like you're the only one that's giving to the relationship. They may be shutting down because they need that space and that time by themselves, just to regroup, short circuit. I know when things get a little chaotic and you have too much coming in, yeah, it can make you feel like you're in a short circuit. Now, with this Queen of Wands, and earlier I was saying that I don't care for this Queen of Wands in the position of these cards in this thing, because it does introduce a new person to the group. Okay, now, being bored, okay, being bored, you feel like, you know, your needs are not being met. You have this Nine of Cups, they're not 10. This is a temporary situation here. I'm not telling you to cheat, but that opportunity is coming up. So just be aware of that, and only you are going to be able to decide about, you know, walking away, or if maybe this new person that was coming into your life is going to be worth walking away. Just remember that they are human beings too, and if you're locked away with them for a few months at a time, you're probably going to be just as sick of them, just, you know. All right, in that third column, we have the Queen of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords. The Nine of Swords, sorry. We have the Nine of Pentacles and the Six of Swords in your partner's column. And the obstacles, challenges, fears, anxieties, we have, sorry, we have the Page of Swords as well as the Six of Cups. And in your outcome, we have the Lovers as well as Temperance. Okay. Now, the Queen of Pentacles, all right, even though you're Libra, okay, Queen of Pentacles, she can also represent Taurus, and Taurus being another planet, being another zodiac where Venus is the ruler of, is the ruler of both Taurus as well as Libra. You could find yourself, again, feeling attached to another person. There's a lot of people coming into play here. Now, this kind of leads you to broken heart if you're going to decide to entertain yourself outside the marriage or relationship, or whatever type thing you have going, whether you're male or female, whether you date same sex or opposite sex, it doesn't matter. You're feeling bored, and when you do entertain these people, sometimes you have regrets, okay? And it's not, it could lead to your partner, you know, walking away from the relationship. They were feeling as if maybe they thought you were a little more devoted. They were seeing you as this Nine of Pentacles, as someone that was more focused on them and the value of the relationship and the that feeling, okay? Now, you can, if this doesn't seem to fit anybody, okay, because it feels like it's like very specific for a certain person, and I don't know who. You know, like I said, sometimes it's like that. The energy today has been really, really weird. I've been feeling way off since I did our reading earlier. There was so much energy come out of it that it just kind of overwhelmed me. So I waited a few hours before I started recording again, but yeah. Now, this could fit several people, you know, just bored with what's going on at home, and so you're looking outside, thinking that it's harmless or that you're just going to entertain yourself, and then, you know, if your partner finds out about it and they're completely disappointed, there's a good possibility that they're going to walk away. All right. Now, your obstacles and challenges are this Page of Swords as well as the Six of Cups. And while you're feeling that, you know, your person is your soulmate, you're looking for a little more excitement, a little more passion. You had that boredom that had set in earlier. At the same time, you know, you're not really wanting to give up the relationship. You're holding on to it, much like that Four of Pentacles that you had at the beginning, okay? You really want to hold on to this, but you're really looking to step outside of the relationship. This may cause a little bit of, not necessarily insecurity or jealousy on your partner's part, but they just know. They have that intuition. They have that gut feeling. Now, this could be completely opposite, and this could be what your partner's doing, and your intuition is really, really kicking in. And Where did I just put that card? Okay, yeah, I put it right here. I'm looking for the Six of Cups. It's pretty difficult. So, yeah, this looks very, very nice. So we have the Lovers as well as Temperance. And so the Temperance card is just telling us, you know, and the two fell out a minute ago. The Temperance card is telling us, take your time, respect each other, give as well as you get, where it's not one-sided or that you're feeling one-sided. Take that time you need to take care of yourself and your own needs, but don't go outside of the relationship, because this is a very, very special love match between you and your partner. Guys, sorry about that. Facebook Messenger rang again and I had to like totally, I'm just gonna uninstall it. It just interrupts constantly. Alright, I get all these crazy messages from weird people in Dubai and places like that. I don't even know who they are. Okay, so yeah, you have the Temperance card and you have the Lovers card along with your Six of Cups, which is soulmate card, which is kind of like, you know, you're just bored right now. You've had too much time with this person. Do something, you know, separate for yourself, away from the other person. You know, maybe they can have a project they're doing somewhere and you can have a project somewhere, but it's never ever worth stepping outside of your relationship and completely ruining something that in the long run, in the scheme of things spiritually, and then you also have to deal with that karma that comes back on you. Yeah, this union that you have with your person is very important and it's very blessed. Okay, this, you know, Lovers card is difficult. It's not always, you know, unicorns and rainbows and cupcakes and things. It's also about feeling like, you know, you have to make these compromises. It's two people coming together, you know. And when we have the Temperance card, it talks about that balance, that give and take, you know, and realizing that, you know, there's tough times as well as good times. And right now, definitely a tough time. And it is something, this is a relationship that you need to hang on to. You know, don't throw it out. Don't step outside your relationship just to, you know, just because you're bored. Okay? Because you will find that it's not worth it. Okay. All right, guys. And that's your reading, Libra, for July 11 through 18, 2020. Thank you guys for watching. I love you. Bye-bye.